Our top story this half hour. After so much anticipation, it looks like Tesla's $5 billion Gigafactory will not be built in New Mexico.
This is so disappointing. The company has decided it looks like to pick Nevada instead. The factory will eventually supply batteries for Tesla's electric cars and more. Tesla broke ground on a potential site just outside of Reno back in June. We had told you about that when it happened. Sources tell the Associated Press work will start up again soon at that site. And Nevada's state legislators have to approve an incentive package as well. Tesla could still build a backup site if that deal falls through. Albuquerque Mayor R.J. Berry's office tells us they appreciated the chance to sell Tesla on Albuquerque and wish the company all the best. Governor Susana Martinez's office tells us the state has not heard directly from Tesla. New Mexico has had a rocky history with Tesla. Remember, 7 years ago, the company announced it would build an auto plant on Albuquerque's west side.
The governor talked about 400 jobs. Really, that's just the beginning. We expect thousands of jobs to be here in New Mexico.
Well, a year and a half later, Tesla took that factory to California. Yesterday's announcement has already become a big political issue. The governor's opponent, Gary King, is criticizing Governor Martinez about the decision, saying Tesla passing on New Mexico is at least partly her fault. Now, had New Mexico landed the Gigafactory, political analysts think it would have easily carried the governor to victory in November. That would have brought, again, 6,500 direct jobs to our state. Those analysts say would have averaged about $85,000 a year. All right, 5:33 now. A new report shows the University of New Mexico has a lot of work to do when it comes to keeping the campus safe.
The university audited its own procedures and found there is no organized way to track crime and no plan if there's a big emergency. The audit compared UNM's practices to the federal safety guidelines the government wants to see in place by next year. It found UNM does not have an evacuation plan, for example, and that there were problems with the way campus employees report incidents, something students say they notice.
I'm not aware of what programs the university police have to bring these issues out to public light.
The audit did show UNM police is doing its job keeping campus crime stats, but it found campus security authorities like security guards and other employees who are supposed to report crimes were not. The feds want to see changes by next summer. UNM police says it's confident they will be able to do it. The New Mexico Activities Association is launching an investigation after a fight broke out on a soccer field at the Albuquerque Metro Championship. The fight happened over the weekend between a La Cueva player and a Highland player. One student is accused of punching and kicking another student during the heated match. Here's what La Cueva's soccer coach had to say about it.
A Highland player going in making a good tackle, a good challenge on our player Chris. Chris went down. On his way down, sort of reached for the neck, chin area of the player. I don't know if it was to break his fall.
All right, so look at this picture. He says that freshman Chris Manning on the left was punched by another freshman, Alex Jimenez, roughly 60 minutes into the game. A few seconds later, once Manning was on his feet, apparently he took a kick to the back. Jimenez was thrown out of the game. We're told Manning had a tailbone injury. We did reach out to Highland High School and the activities director there for comment, but did not hear back.
5:35 now. There was more fallout this morning for the Southwest Learning Center and Sam's Academy. Yesterday, the Public Education Department announced it'll be taking over the finances of the charter schools, saying the investigations by the FBI, the state auditor, and the Public Education Department give it reason to believe there is mismanagement and, quote, improper recording of public school funds. The head administrator, Scott Glassroot here, resigned a few weeks ago. His school boards approved a payout worth about $75,000. But yesterday, the PED said it's suspending any final payments to Glassroot while it does an ethics investigation. Well, 2 death row inmates are asking the New Mexico State Supreme Court to spare them from execution. Timothy Allen and Robert Fry say their death sentences violate state and federal law because New Mexico abolished capital punishment, i.e. the death penalty, in 2009. Fry was sentenced to death for beating and killing a mother of 5 with a sledgehammer. That was back in 2000. Allen was sentenced for kidnapping and killing a teenage girl. Now, no execution for either man has been set. The state Supreme Court will hear arguments in October, but probably won't make a decision for a few months after that. The state has only executed one person in the last 54 years. That was child rapist and killer Terry Clark, and that happened in 2001.
A death investigation is underway in Sandoval County after deputies find a man dead in a car. They say the victim is Mark Conkle from Las Vegas, New Mexico. He was found dead in a car on I-25 at the Buddinger's exit. Deputies believe that a passerby saw the body in the car, broke the passenger side window, used Conkle's phone to call 911, and then took off before help arrived. Investigators aren't sure how the victim died at this point. We'll keep you updated. Time right now is 5:37. Well, for those of you who want to get into the medical field, UNM is holding a career fair today. It begins this morning at 10 and ends at 1 in the afternoon. This is happening at the North Campus Upper Plaza. The job fair will feature more than 50 healthcare employers from around the state and 3 from national companies.
Well, an innovative approach to finding employment, basically a job, is being taken at a career fair in Albuquerque today. The Skills to Jobs Talent Fair is going from 2 to 7 at the Albuquerque Marriott Pyramid North. This is the first of its kind event. It offers people looking for jobs a skill assessment test to see what you're good at. For a list of employers who have signed up to be there, head to KRQE.com and click on links. Talent ABQ is what it's called. It's a joint initiative between the city, the Department of Workforce Solutions, and CNM. Well, if you can't find Pros Ranch Market anymore, don't fret. It just changed its name. Yesterday was the re-grand opening of Los Altos Ranch Market. It used to be known as Pros Ranch Market. Los Altos is the area in Mexico where the new grocery store owners are from. The store offers all types of Hispanic foods and more, and will be having different promotions all through the month.
A well-known Santa Fe photographer who lost her vision has found a new calling. 82-year-old Nancy Warren volunteers every week helping homeless dogs. She works with dogs who haven't been adopted. Some of them are timid and afraid of people. Warren helps comfort them. The retired photographer captured New Mexico's culture and landscape for years, but a blood clot in her eyes killed her eyesight. Warren says her work at the shelters helping animals has given her new purpose.
They're less scared and less lonely, at least for a little bit. I don't pretend to have changed their lives, but I think I help them.
She certainly does. Warren is the only blind volunteer at the Santa Fe Animal Shelter. Good for her.